Hello, I'm Paul and welcome to my channel, Talking Music. And today we're talking about Ed Sheeran and Thinking Out Loud, a big song from one of the big names of music. Ed Sheeran's success since 2011, when he really sort of came on the scene, has been astonishing really, as a singer and a songwriter. To date he's sold 150 million records worldwide, which puts him in the U2, Aerosmith, Billy Joel, Phil Collins and Barbra Streisand league, with, one would imagine, a whole lot more to come because he's still fairly young. Thinking Out Loud was one of his earlier hits, 2014, and took what was already a successful musician and shot him to the top internationally, and he's stayed there ever since. Now, the song Thinking Out Loud was co-written by his friend Amy Wadge, who herself is a singer-songwriter who's written songs for Camila Cabello, Kylie Minogue, Alicia Keys, James Blunt, Lady Antebellum. As the story goes, Amy visited her pal Ed to go for a meal. While he was getting ready, she strummed the guitar, and the chords she played caught Ed's attention. He recorded them on his phone, and he suggested they went out for their meal, then come back and work on developing those chords. When they returned late evening, it was Feb 3rd, 2014, they set to work, first developing a melody using guitar, then sitting down together on a couch in the kitchen, they wrote the words. The song's melody and lyrics were completed in the wee small hours, and then out came Ed Sheeran's phone again to record a rough version of the song. He didn't want to hang around with this song because the next day he properly recorded the song at Sticky Studios in Windlesham, a village in Surrey just outside of London. Happy with it, he picked up his phone and called Amy to tell her that Thinking Out Loud would be the final song to be included in his album Multiply, so she would be getting royalties for the song. Best meal out she's ever had, I'd say. And let's not downplay the phone in this. His phone played a big part in the making of this song. Ed's always said that this song was created from a happy place, his pal Amy coming around for a drink and a meal, and lyrics inspired by his then-girlfriend of only a few weeks, Athena Androlos, with the relationship still in the honeymoon period. Now, had that relationship lasted for a lifetime, then Thinking Out Loud would have reached a whole new level of meaning. As it happened, they dated for about a year before they split. I wonder what goes through her mind when she hears the song. The song itself is a romantic ballad with lyrics reflecting on getting older with that special person in your life, and if anything, love getting stronger. Though I've always thought the line, "And darling, I will be loving you till we're 70, could be better. But think of it this way. Ed was just turning 23 when he wrote this, and when you're 23, 70 seems very, very, very old, and a very long way away as well. Also, it's interesting how he puts himself into the song when he talks about his hands not playing the strings the same way, and the crowds not remembering his name. The video to the song was a little bit different, intentionally so. It was Ed's idea. He opted for ballroom dancing, and at first he was going to bring a couple of professional dancers in.
So my original idea for the video was to just have an empty ballroom and have a couple walk into the ballroom and then just start mad ballroom dancing. And then as the idea kind of formed, I thought I'd get two talented dancers to do it. And then I thought maybe I should have a crack at it. If rugby players can do it on Strictly Come Dancing, maybe I could do it.
The video was filmed at the Crystal Ballroom, LA. Ed was touring the US at the time, and his video partner, Brittany Cherry, who had been a contestant on the American version of So You Think You Can Dance, and was schooled in ballroom, ballet, jazz, Latin, and contemporary dance, could actually dance, whereas Ed had to take a number of lessons in order to get through the video. The video does a good job in hiding Ed's feet in a number of the moves, and it's Brittany who does most of the dance movement. The video was a great success. As of summer 2020, has had 3 billion, yes, that's correct, 3 billion views on YouTube. Though I don't think it's the video itself that's the attraction. I think it's the song, because The video was obviously done on a budget, which is a shame really, because the song itself is special, and the people who've heard the song also think so as well. The critics lauded Ed's aptitude for melody and sentiment, and the song topped the charts all over Europe, Australia and South Africa. In the UK charts, it did remarkably well. Went to number 1 at the beginning of November 2014. It had entered the charts that summer. It took 19 weeks to get to number 1. That's longer than any other song previously, before the record was held at 16 weeks by Jennifer Rush, Power of Love in 1985, and Think Twice, Celine Dion in 1995. It was only at number 1 for 1 week, but returned to the top again for another week in December, and stayed in the top 3 all the way to January the 18th, 2015, and remained in the UK top 40 for a whole year, 52 weeks, from the summer of 2014 to the summer of 2015. That was the first song ever to do that in the UK chart. It turned out to be the 7th bestseller of the year in 2014. Happy Pharrell Williams was the best. And because it was so long in the charts, it was the 12th bestseller of the year 2015, behind Uptown Funk, Bruno Mars. And that's the thing with these end-of-year sales charts. There always has to be a cut-off point for obvious reasons. And that cut-off point is late in December. And for a couple of weeks over Christmas and New Year, record sales aren't taken into account. So this chart can be compiled. But when you have a song like Thinking Out Loud, which is selling in abundance before the cut-off point, and again in abundance after the cut-off point, of course, after the cut-off point, all of those record sales can't be included in the previous year-end chart. So all in all, it sold 1.5 million records. It went gold in America too, spending 8 weeks behind Uptown Funk and Bruno Mars. It's that record again, at number 2. American sales, which now these days include digital streaming and downloading, are at 6 million, making it Ed's best-selling single. Thinking Out Loud received Grammy nominations for Record of the Year, Song of the Year and Best Solo Performance, winning the last 2. And Multiply was also nominated for Best Album. When it won Song of the Year, the award was presented to Ed by none other than Stevie Wonder. And Stevie, who said just before he announced Thinking Out Loud as the winner, that when he first heard the song, he told his daughter Aisha how good it was. And when Ed came on stage, Stevie said, "See, I told you you'd win." And I suppose it's a good bet that he'll win some more. There have been suggestions from interested parties that Thinking Out Loud is strikingly similar in melodic, harmonic and rhythmic composition to Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On, and this has led to lawsuits for plagiarism with tens of millions of dollars at stake. Personally, I think you have to listen very hard for these similarities, and there are many more obvious differences between the songs. And so far these claims have not been upheld. The song is a highly popular first dance wedding song. In fact, it topped a Spotify poll in 2017 of the most popular wedding songs, even if it does contain the line, "And darling, I will be loving you till we're 70, which flippantly suggests, well, after that, sorry, but you're on your own. But it's a great song, isn't it? From a great artist. And no doubt we'll be hearing much more from him in the years to come. That's Ed Sheeran and Thinking Out Loud. And that's it for another Talking Music. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love it if you would. And give us a thumbs up. Give us a like as well. So until next time, and I look forward to it, do look after yourself. Till then, bye-bye.